Welcome to Season 2 of The American Dream. I'm your host, Courtney Poulos, and we are back in the vibrant community of Leimert Park. As you know, this season I've been focusing on transformation stories. Sometimes when it comes to real estate, the very act of ownership is rebellion in and of itself. I'm so excited to interview Soul Folks founder Akil West today about his retail store, which is fabulous, as you can see, but also about the things that he's leading change on in his community of Leimert Park. I'm Courtney Poulos, here with Akil West, the founder of Soul Folks, and randomly, a very old friend of mine. So this is incredible what you've created. Tell us about Soul Folks. Why did you feel there was a need for this type of store in Leimert?
I mean, as you remember, I had a clothing store back in the day during that time.
I do remember.
I just decided at a certain point, I said we need to bring something like that over into the communities of South Central. And Leimert Park was like the best place for it to happen. So, living in this area, going to Crenshaw, going to Audubon up the street, I knew that it would be great to have something like this so kids don't have to go to Melrose, West LA, Santa Monica, and those places to find quality wares and to bring black designers in a space where it could be appreciated the most. It's like, this is a no-brainer. So this is a co-op more than anything. So a lot of the designers that are here, they come in and they assist other people in the community who want to get to where they are, and they give them the cheat sheets. And
have you thought about creating the Black Project Runway?
Black Project Runway. That sounds dope. That's really dope.
I think that's the next thing for Akil.
Yep, and my executive producer here.
That's right. That's right. So you've got a little coffee shop here too?
Yeah. So our organization is Black-owned and operated community land trust that you know about, and our pilot program is Soul Folks and Hood Gardens. And through Hood Gardens, we want to bring forth more organic
fruits and vegetables,
things of that nature. Mostly vegan product, and we're kind of like sneaking in like nutritional things like sea moss and our lemonades, turmeric, things that people need, to sustain and make themselves more healthier, but we slide in the things that they recognize. So this area is where Soul Folks gets its name, Soul. The soul of Soul Folks is in the back here. So we have sneakers. They're either going to be designed by black people or the company is going to be owned by black people. But back here is more or less our upper echelon, where we have we do resale. At Crenshaw High School, we teach a course there called The Business of Sneakers, buying, selling, and trading sneakers and the correlation between the stock market and real estate.
Now we're in Kicks Be Clean.
This is Kicks Be Clean.
Tell me about it.
Any business that I put together, I always want to create some type of learning tool. So we've been teaching young people the service industry and letting them know that their service is also a product. And so working with these cats, they've started teaching these young people how to actually, clean shoes and how to sell what they do.
I feel like ownership is an act of rebellion in and of itself. It was for me, and I feel like it is for you. And so let's talk about the Black-owned and operated Community Land Trust.
Black-owned and operated Community Land Trust is an organization that I developed while I was in prison, while I was incarcerated during the time in Ferguson when I saw the upheaval, and I realized that the only recourse really is financial and ownership, like you said earlier. And one of the nonprofits that intrigued me the most was a CLT, Community Land Trust. And I saw that it could be ran by the community, the property stays in the community, but my goal was always to figure out a way how we can actually get some ownership.
And you closed.
And we closed.
For all the people who think it's not possible, you've got a resource in Akil. If this is something you're trying to do in your own community, I'm sure you'd be happy to help people who want to do the same thing. We don't have a ton of time. I think it's incredible what you're doing, and I'm so honored to have you on American Dream.
Thank you, no doubt.
Thanks, Akil.
Happy to see you.
Happy to see you too.
No doubt.